Bonnard's process was to actually go out in nature or just spend some time taking in the moment and jotting down his feelings. What he further talks about with his approach, I come back to my studio and before I paint, I think, I dream. And so there is something quite lovely about that way that plays in to the way that we see the works. Here we get to feast our eyes on one of the great paintings by Bonnard from the Phillips' own collection. It's called The Palm, and it reminds me a bit about Japanese art, and it was a very important influence on Bonnard beginning in his early career. In addition to the beautiful landscape is, again, a really ghostly figure, bathed in this violet. It sort of picks up the tones of the distant view. And then in the middle passage is where you're seeing those hot orange rooftops. In Bonnard's work, there is at once a reference to his everyday world, to contemporary life. And also, often, there are these classical references that are embedded within. And so you have this figure who's got an apple in her hand. That idea sort of conjures for many of us the idea of an Eve-like figure, perhaps. But we're invited into this wonderful paradise with Bonnard to really enjoy. So this painting is called Coffee. What I love is that there's a second cup on the table, inviting us to partake. But if you look at the upper right, you might also notice a second figure whose body's been cropped, and yet there's still a lot left for imagination. And that idea that there's sort of a way that Bonnard invites us to complete the picture, the way that it, again, allows your eye to just roam through the composition. It sort of decenters the activity in a way that I think we see so frequently, and that is part of I think the drama and the innovative approach Bonnard gives. He wants to create a work that captures the feeling he had as he entered a room all of a sudden. Let's say before everything is crystallized. So this sort of idea that everything all around is equally important.